first. I am Bruce Leonard, of course, and thank you for tuning in to another hour of Bruce Leonard Leans Left. While it's still legal. Still legal today. I know we ask this every week, but it is an ongoing dilemma when Trump will completely lose it and declare war on all of us. I don't know if you saw just before I came on. Hey, Laura. Just before I came on, a missile hit in Israel from Iran, which is Charlie beaten militarily. It's hilarious that people even listen to this guy talk anymore, because everything he says today, he says he's going to wind down this war, but there's thousands of troops on the way there right now. So you can make up your own mind about that. And if you were ever in doubt just how far we've gone over the cliff as a country, today Robert Mueller passed away. Now, I don't know if you remember Robert Mueller, but he wrote the Mueller Report, and he was in charge of the investigation into the Russian interference in the 2016 election, when Trump was elected the first time. Well, he passed away. Now, you would believe that a president of the United States would either A, keep his mouth shut, or B, thank Robert Mueller for his lifetime of public service. You know, Robert Mueller was a Vietnam veteran, unlike Trump. He did not have the bone spurs or whatever it was that kept Trump from going to Vietnam. Mueller volunteered. Then he was an attorney and a prosecutor for the government for a long time, U.S. attorney. Then he was an FBI agent for a long time, and then he was the director of the FBI. Anyway, he passes away today. And you would think that, like I said, the president would either A, keep his mouth shut, B, say something nice about his lifetime of public service and move on about his day. Or C, immediately 1 minute after the news breaks, tweet something like this: Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. President Donald J. Trump. The guy is a soulless meat bag of shit. He's not even a human being. He's way beneath the dignity of the office of the presidency, for sure. And he's beneath the dignity of even being considered a fucking decent human being. He's a piece of shit. Okay? Now, this is how far we've gone. Okay? Just in this short amount of time. Within, what? Three election cycles? Barack Obama tweeted this: Bob Mueller was one of the finest directors in the history of the FBI, transforming the Bureau after 9/11 and saving countless lives. But it was his relentless commitment to the rule of law and his unwavering belief in our bedrock values that made him one of the most respected public servants of our time. Michelle and I send our condolences to Bob's family and everyone who knew and admired him. That's what a president of the United States is supposed to sound like. Okay? Now, whether you agree with everything Barack Obama did, I don't. And I don't worship Barack Obama like these people worship Trump. I don't think that Barack Obama was the second coming of Jesus or whatever these people think about Donald Trump. But I will say this: the man was a decent human being. And he knew decorum and the dignity of the office of the presidency. Donald Trump doesn't know anything about any of that. Donald Trump is a spoiled little child whose parents never loved him, obviously, and he is a bitter old fuck who will burn this world down to save himself. He doesn't care about anyone except Donald Trump, and that's it. And he keeps saying, oh, what war is won. Keep this in mind, okay? This was yesterday. Donald J. Trump. We're getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East with respect to the terrorist regime of Iran. One, completely degrading Iranian missile capacity, launchers, and everything else pertaining to them, except a missile just hit Israel today. Two, destroying Iran's defense industrial base. Three, eliminating their Navy and Air Force, including anti-aircraft weaponry, which they just shot a plane of ours yesterday. Four, never allowing Iran to get even close to nuclear capability and always being in a position where the USA can quickly and powerfully react to such a situation should it take place. Five, protecting at the highest level our Middle Eastern allies, including Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, and others. The Hormuz Strait will have to be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. Which means he's just going to leave and pretend that he has nothing to do with the clusterfuck of shit that he leaves behind. And in the same breath says he wants to protect these allies who are all right there. The United States does not use it. If asked, we will help these countries in their Hormuz efforts, but it shouldn't be necessary once Iran's threat is eradicated. Importantly, it will be an easy military operation for them. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I wish I could say that all this wasn't real. But it is, unfortunately, way too real. Now he says they're winding down their operation. Then why are you sending thousands of troops over there? This is the problem. They have no credibility. Zero. None. None. They lie constantly. Every time they open their fucking mouths. So how is anyone supposed to trust anything that these people say? All he does is behave like a fucking bore, cause trouble. One turkey says, just because we haven't seen God, Allah, doesn't mean he doesn't exist. We won't be returning to this world again. I just wanted to warn you. Well, good. Look at this place. But people have reincarnation in their fucking religion. I'm like, please, God, no. Like, why would you want to do this again? Look at these fucking people. I saw a guy. I swear to God. I can't remember his name. Some Republican representative from Congress. But I swear to God, on television, he said, out of his own mouth, that Iran should pay us for bombing them. That's like Donald Trump. Bomb your country, then send you a fucking bill. Each of these bombs costs $5 million. It's like, you should pay for this. He meant it too. It wasn't like a quip, like a joke. Like, no, this guy was deadly serious. You're going to extort money from a country that you just bombed the shit out of. Well, you need to pay us for this. It costs a lot of money. He says, we don't have endless money. It's like, well, then why are you doing this? It's hard to have respect for a society filled with people who believed that we didn't have the money to pay for their health care subsidies, but also believed that spending $1 billion a day to do this is okay. You know, Americans are like beaten like battered wives. Like, sure, he's hurting me, but he's only doing it because he loves me. It's hard to even get behind. Like I said, I used to be like, oh, I have to help fight, save my country. Like, from what? Like, this country is so fucking stupid. It probably should just go down the shitter, don't you think? Like, at this point. It's not. I don't know what that means, sir. I'm sure it's Enema Recipe 71118. I'm sure it's a different language, and I don't know it, so I can't. I don't know what you just said to me. And of course, he he attacks. He says, without the USA, NATO is a paper tiger. They didn't want to join the fight to stop a nuclear powered Iran. Now that fight is militarily won with very little danger for them. They complain about the high oil prices they're forced to pay, but don't want to help up with the Strait of Hormuz. A simple military maneuver that is a single reason for the high oil prices. So easy for them to do with so little risks. They're cowards, and we will remember. Now, really, a draft dodger with bone spurs calling people a coward. That's fucking... That's hilarious. Secondly, if it's such an easy military maneuver, why doesn't he do it? So easy. Such little risks. Well, then what? Get to it. No, he just gonna sit here and let the oil prices go up to $200 a fucking barrel and destroy the economy of the whole entire world. Because, please, Jim Young, tell me why. Tell me why you think that. Tell me why you think that Donald Trump has this all under control. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you saw when I came on, but a missile just hit Israel. Yes, Enema Recipe 7118. Trump is a joke. This man, Jim Young, said Trump rocks, but he won't tell me how or why. Watch. I'm asking him to do it. I want him. I want to hear your opinion. Please explain to me the big plan here. Yeah, you can say, oh, the greatest president ever. That's not a fucking argument. I want to hear your argument as to why you think he's the greatest president ever. Why do you think he has this all under control? And what is his plan to get out of this situation that he has created? Please, tell me. He says the war is won and that he's destroyed all their missile capacity, but yet they just bombed Israel today. So please, I want to hear you. Please tell me. How does Donald Trump, the greatest American president ever, you claim, have this under control? And what's the end game here? How is the war winding down but he's sending troops? How are they destroyed but still attacking? Please, you feel free to say something. But you won't. You never do. None of you do. You know why? Because you're fucking sheep. You don't even have a fucking thought in your head. You just go, oh, Donald Trump, oh, he's the greatest. Rolling the limbs. It's like, well, you sure? Well, I do. That's why I'm on here 3 times a week, my friend. Anime Recipe. He says, tell your Trump not to make it hard for other countries to live. He doesn't give a fuck about you. Don't you understand? He doesn't give a fuck about me. He doesn't care about us. To have the gall to say that the Iranians are fucking evil, terrible, because they killed their own citizens. They killed their own citizens. We killed our own citizens. See, Jim? Bye. See? Yeah, good. At least you know what you are. You know. I'm asking you for your... To contribute to the show. Please tell me what Trump's grand plan is. I'm willing to listen. But you won't say anything because you don't know either. You just know that he's an asshole and you are too, and therefore he makes you feel good to be an asshole. That's that's about the only thing that he has going for him, isn't it? Trump has allowed all the fucking jerk-off, asshole, racist, prick fucks to be themselves. They're unshackled. Which is what, Jim? You do realize that his campaign said no new foreign wars, right? Right? You do know that he said he was going to lower prices. Prices ain't lower, and there's wars. So how did you say he was doing exactly what you elected him for, when what he said he would do is the opposite of what he's doing now? See, you don't have any positions or principles. You don't have any grand philosophies. You don't have anything except to worship this man and empower him to do whatever he wants. Kick the world's ass. Is he kicking their ass? See? It's a delusional fucking mental illness, really, that you're living in. Where you tell yourself that this man is winning everything. Well, tell me how he's winning. He had the stock market at 50,000, which never been that high, and he's crashed that already. Right? He had gas prices pretty low. Fucked that all up, didn't he? He did not even consider that. What does that even mean, Jim Young? Yes, anime recipes. He's managed to make enemies out of his friends and somehow pick fights with his enemies too. At this point, who exactly is on his side? Exactly. Benjamin Netanyahu? Yes, Abdullah is like, you elected him to kick the world's ass. The fuck do you mean? Exactly. See, what you gotta understand, Abdullah, is Americans, they're arrogant for no reason whatsoever. They're the laziest, stupidest fucking people on the earth, and that somehow they think they're superior to others. Now, we have a big country, a lot of resources, a lot of money, but what have we done with all that? Not a lot. Right? We're not number one in anything. Except for oil production. That's like the most powerful military, but no one knows how to use it. We ain't won a war since World War II. That's what I think is hilarious, is this myth of American superiority that still... What? Jim Young? I haven't said one thing about Jewish people. He says I sound like a run-of-the-mill anti-Semite. See, you're just a cliche fuck. You don't really have any thoughts or opinions of your own, do you? This is the problem. Like I said, Americans are fat, lazy, and fucking stupid, and they think somehow that they're naturally just born superior to everybody else. And that's a myth. And you think that America is invincible. Like I said, we haven't won a war since World War II. Right? We couldn't win in Korea. Stalemate. Right? Lost in Vietnam. Right? Afghanistan. Taliban was in charge when we invaded. Who's in charge of Afghanistan right now? Oh, the Taliban. We took out Saddam Hussein, right? Yes, we did. Did we win the war in Iraq? I don't think so. We created the Islamic State. What's that? The dominoes are starting to fall. What the fuck does that even mean? Like you got some grand strategy, like this is... like he's not making this up as he goes along. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, let me ask you this, Jim Young. If you had a strategy, right, why didn't he fill up the strategic oil reserve when it was $60 a barrel before he launched these attacks? Right? If he knew that he was going to do this, why didn't he ramp up missile production and make sure that we had enough weapons online, to take care of this situation? If he knew that Iran was going to use Shahed drones against us, why did he not contact the Ukrainians and ask them for assistance before they started blowing shit up? Anime Recipe says, at this point, all these world leaders should be in an octagon and settle this one-on-one. Yes, exactly. What does that matter, Jim Young? Where is Saddam Hussein today? He's dead. But like I said, do we control Iraq? No. We don't. As a matter of fact, I said, we created another fucking organization of extremist Muslims that hate our guts. He doesn't know what he means. He's talking right out of his ass. Yeah, have you seen Libya lately? Jim Young? You go in there and kill somebody and you leave chaos behind. Is that winning? I'm just curious. Yeah, he says yes. Because you're a fucking loser, bro. Trump is... Abdullah says Trump can barely control the country. He's out here being all racist and narcissist, making enemies out of every religion on top of it. Yes. See, that's what they don't understand. They don't understand cause and effect. Right? He thinks that leaving Libya a fucking chaotic civil war shithole is good somehow. You know. That you could bomb people into submission, you know, no matter how many times it's failed in the past. It's gonna work this time. He's probably both, John. Who knows what he is? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and call him names, like I said. He's just a typical Trumper that really has nothing to say and no real ideas, and he doesn't really know anything about the shit he's talking about. Like, he probably thinks that Iran became a country in 1979. I see a whole thing on that today where he said, Iran declared war on the United States in 1979. You know, and you're like, well, what happened before that? You can, John. You can say whatever you want to. The comment thread is no holds bar. We found that out the other day when those two guys were going at it. I was trying not to get distracted by the war that was going on in the comment thread between those two dudes. Listen to this. What does that Jim Young says Persia? What the fuck is that even? Yes. And what happened? Go on. Do you know? Do you know the history of Iran? Past 1979. Yes, it is Persia, but everybody knows that. I'm talking about, do you know anything about the history of the country? Probably not. But if you do, you feel free to tell me. This is Tulsi Gabbard at the congressional hearing yesterday. The question is, you said Iran was not building a nuclear weapon last year. Trump said you were wrong. Were they weeks away or not? And she says, it would be a disservice to you and the American people to answer this question. And I would be committing perjury. Because they were not building a nuclear weapon and they were not an imminent threat. To us, anyway. You know who they are a threat to? Anyone around them. Like I said, they just shot a missile into Israel today, which hit the ground. So their Golden Dome is starting to fail. The myth that we are invincible is just that, a myth. What are you talking about, Jim Young? You haven't said a goddamn thing. You didn't tell me what the history of Iran was. What are you talking about? Your lack of education. You're the one who's not talking. I'm asking you questions. And you're too fucking scared to answer them. Or you don't know. Just say you don't know. It's okay to not know. We already know that you're a fucking sheep. That you believe that Donald Trump, a man who lies every 5 fucking seconds of his mouth. Every word that comes out of his mouth. And you believe that he's telling the truth. See, now he's a TDS. To Trump derangement syndrome. Hey, bro, not a Jew, bro. It only took 25 minutes to get to somebody trying to call me a Jew today, which is actually pretty long. That's all. It's the first thing y'all do is come on here. Oh, this fucking Jew. Am I a Jew or am I an anti-Semite? Jim Young says 2 sizes, 9mm and 45. Oh, well, I got both. Come get it, son. We're not all like I said, you're wrong about that too. We're not all fucking soy drinking fucking cowards, pussies. Like some of us will kick your fucking ass, bro. It's like, of course we won't do that because we're what? Whatever. You think that? We got a real Nazi on our hands. He's already talking about gassing me. Yeah, gas me, although that didn't happen. It's like, you guys are so inconsistent with your fucking stupidity. It's fucking unbelievable. It's like, you don't know what you say 1 minute to the next. It's same as Trump. This way he contradicts himself every other minute. It's a war, it's not a war. We've won. Well, it's not quite done yet, but we've destroyed all their missiles. Oh, wait, what's that? It's like, it's a missile. It doesn't. No, Jim Young, I'll curb stomp your ass. I'm not even kidding. Seems as it didn't happen, but I wish it did. Well, no, it happened. You might as well go ahead and take your glory while you can, because that's the last time you're going to do that. It's not going to happen. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get your asses kicked again. That's another mental illness that the fascists keep thinking that this is the time when the fascism is going to stick and that you're not going to wind up getting your fucking asses kicked, and that's not true. The truth is, you are the minority of people. Most people are asleep or apathetic. They don't care, until you guys push, over the line, and then everybody wakes up and gets up and goes, hey man, we need to do something about this. And the fact that they haven't done it already shows you how complacent we've become. Because the truth is, the whole Trump administration should be in prison. Or worse. Or just deported. Why would I do that? I'm not for Israel, bro. Not in their current constitution. See, y'all don't know much about anything, do you? Right? Just a bunch of internet trolls that fucking suck up misinformation and don't know anything about history, never read a fucking book in your life. It's like, but you have all these opinions about things you don't know shit about. What's up, London Bello? Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. You still, what Jim Young still hasn't told me. No, I don't hate anybody, bro. This guy's a guy that's talking about gassing people, killing people. Look, Trump, he thinks Trump is an MT-79, says Trump is a leftist. Trump's not extreme enough for him. That's funny, Jim Young, that someone that likes Trump would say that I hate people. That's hilarious. You still haven't told me what the grand plan is here, bro. Because you don't have one. Trump's so stupid he didn't think they'd close the Strait of Hormuz. He really thought that he was just going to drop a few bombs and everybody in Iran was just going to bow down to him. Good luck with that, bro. The real Nazi says Jews, gays, blacks, and Mexicans can all curl up. Yeah, and I said, good luck. Good luck on that. You really think you're going to fucking do that? You're going to fight all of them and the white people like me that think you're a fucking asshole too? I don't think so, bro. Why was he a good man, Jim? Does a good man gloat at another man's death? No. He's a piece of shit just like you. But you probably think you're a good man too, don't you? Y'all are considered, y'all are stuck in this sense of self-righteousness that y'all have, that you're the good guys and that only you have all the fucking plans. But the truth is, you ain't got no fucking plans. Now, let me ask you a question, Jim. You think it's good to not give your elderly parents or your kids a future and have health care, any of that, but it's okay to spend $1 billion a day bombing the shit out of some people on the other side of the world? You believe that? And you call yourself a good person? And she says, hello, love from India. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I have a job. Yeah, his job is ripping off fucking dumbasses like you. He's grown quite good at it. Y'all just keep fucking turning it out. No. How about a foot up your ass? You Nazi fuck. That's what I'll give you. I know y'all think that you're clever and funny, but you're not. You're just typical fucking jerk-offs from the United States. Nazi assholes. And none of you use your real names. Well, Jim Young might have. That might be his real name. At least he has the balls to use his real. Now, it probably isn't his real name, but I'm saying he's using a name. You're MT79-N2Q, so you can say all this bullshit when no one knows who you are, you know. Because really, you're fucking pussies. If you want to get right down to it. Don't worry about it, Ken. I got it. He still hasn't answered one fucking real question. Because he can't. It's just like when I asked the conservatives if you could feel free to answer the question, but you never do. Is if you believe that your conservative ideas are so great, then why do you lie constantly? Why can't you tell the truth? You don't know anything about me, Jim. And there's an S in fascist. You can't spell either. Shocker. I'm saying it's a semi-illiterate fucking political genius. Exactly, John. Like I said, ain't none of them ever read a fucking book in their lives. That's why they're so easily manipulated by propaganda. It's easy for the elites to lie to you when you don't know shit about anything. And yet somehow convinced of your superiority over others. You know, you're not superior to anybody. The truth is, the reason why you all are so bitter and angry is because really, you're the biggest pieces of shit on this planet. To be born with the most privilege you could possibly have and still be fucking crying like you're some kind of victim of something says it all right there about who you really are. Bunch of crybaby bitches. MT says if you're not a Jew, what are you? Because you're not Aryan. Well, what do you define as Aryan, MT79? Please, explain it. What qualifies to you as an Aryan? What, do you gotta have blonde hair? You gotta have blue eyes? I mean, are you a strict German fucking Aryan definition? Or are you... Which is hilarious because you ever look at pictures of the Nazi party, none of them were fucking blonde. Heydrich was the only one who was a real Aryan. The rest of them were little fucking weasels like Stephen Miller. They could never even live up to their own standards of what they said greatness is or whatever. This is gaslight. It's bullshit. The whole thing. You could please explain what your definition of Aryan is, if I don't qualify. I mean, I'm pretty white, as white as you can get, I think. I was born in Kentucky. Don't get no whiter than that. I just happen to think y'all are a bunch of ignorant jerk-offs. And white people, I've noticed, being one and being around it my whole life, I've noticed, I said, a lot of them are just like I said earlier, bunch of lazy fucking pieces of shit who are too lazy to even write a book or learn something. Yet they think that somehow they're, by birthright, they're better than everyone else. Because I know a lot about history, Jim. Unlike yourself, you still ain't tell me what happened in Iran before 1979. I'm waiting for you to tell me. Of course, I'll tell you before the end of the show if you can't tell me. So maybe you'll learn something today. But, but I'd like to see what you know about it, which is probably nothing. But you got a computer, you could Google it real fast. MT79 says, peak Aryan is blonde hair, blue eyes, but brunette and green brown eyes are also Aryan, but not the perfect. Yeah, well, see, I got brown eyes. I'm white. What do you mean? I'm not. How do you say I'm not Aryan? An Aryan's just a white person, right? Right? Am I correct? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was born and raised in Kentucky, and I said, all these regular white people who aren't blonde hair and blue eyes, they consider themselves to be the master race or whatever. I got papers to prove it. What's up, silly sassy pants? Thanks for coming by. And I said, I'm sorry I'm here an hour early. I've been saying that before. When me and Laura are going to the theater tonight. We're actually going to 2 shows. No, John, they were not. And see, he's not going to tell me. Is he? Yes, Kusha Gaming, how are you? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining in. We're having a discussion with some actual Nazis. Look at him, MT79. Look at your nose, you're a coin clipper. No. Having a big nose doesn't necessarily mean you're Jewish. There's people who aren't Jewish got big nose. There's people who are Jewish got a big nose. There's also people who are Jewish that don't have a big nose. It's called genetics, you fuck. This is how stupid you are. You think that my mother's Irish. Like, we're not fucking Jews. It's like, but again, if I was a Jew, what would it matter? Kushin Gaming says I'm from India. Well, thanks. Somebody else from India was just here. Apparently my show is growing in India. Which is cool. I'm glad. I'm here. If you're curious what's going on in America, tune into this show because I'll tell you. It's a shit show right now. And we're talking to people. We got an actual Nazi in here and just some dumb fuck Trump nutlicker who won't answer a simple question. That's like, I just told you fascist has an S in it. Jesus Christ, you can't even spell the fucking shit that you... Now, please, here you go. You just called me a fascist. Please explain to me why you think that. Define your definition of fascist and why you think that I am a fascist. That you can't even spell. But that's fine. We'll try to overlook that. I'm in the United States, Cushing. Like I said, please, Jim, tell me. Can you answer that? Can you answer any question? That's the real question. You've been here for a while now, and I've asked you a bunch of questions. You haven't said shit. You haven't answered one of them because you can't. You're just another bad troll with Trump's dick in your mouth. Jim Young says intolerance of other views. What the fuck? That doesn't make you a fascist. No, I am not, Cushing. Close. 54. Not 60. Not yet. Intolerance of... I don't have intolerance of other views. You see, you don't know anything about me. You never watch this show, obviously, because I say it all the time. I'm not here to tell people what to think or I just tell you mine. No, I haven't. Dude, you have to have a personality before I could fall in love with you. You don't have a personality. You're just another brainwashed, brainless fucking sheep that spews cliches that you have no idea what they even mean. And calls people things that they can't spell. It's like, you're just one of the people that I just said. 22. Well, thanks, Cushion Gaming. Thanks for being here. If you're new to this show and you just stumbled onto it, like I said, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Cushion, you're a little late. MT79 is an actual Nazi who wants to gas Jews. That's what it means. His words, not mine. So just be careful who you're talking to around here. Again, I said, I've asked him about 15 questions during this show, and he hasn't answered a single one. He said I'm a fascist because I'm intolerant of other people's views, which I'm not. No, your stupidity is what helped get Trump elected, and the stupidity of the rest of the people who live in this country, who actually believed that he wasn't going to start any wars and was going to lower prices, and that he cared about them. You're just another bootlicker that fucking loves billionaires that hate their fucking guts. Cushing says, can you slow down? Speak slowly, I'm worried for your health. I've been like this my whole life. Don't worry about me. I'm in pretty good health. For someone who's beat themselves up quite a bit over the years. Trump or Epstein files? Both. Trump and the Epstein files. But see, these people don't care. They don't care about that. They did care. You say, well, I gotta get the pedophiles. No, Trump's not a good leader. Are you watching what's happening? No. He's a war criminal. Really. The fact that you would say that, Jimmy, just shows your fucking ignorance. What has Donald Trump done to make him the greatest president ever? Please. Please explain. Yes, MT79, Epstein, yes. You could probably get on board with that, right? It's probably one thing we agree on, right? That all these pedophiles should be rounded up, put in jail, prison, or at least not be. That's your favorite thing, isn't it? I love when you say that. No. That's what the people say. They eat children. They don't eat children. They just have sex with them. It's gross. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in certain circles they would. I don't know. I mean, once you're far down that level of depravity, it's hard to say what you would or wouldn't do, isn't it? All I know is that these Trumpers who claim to care about this kind of thing all of a sudden don't care anymore. And I find that odd. Because it's like I said, they don't have any real principles or morals about themselves. They're a bunch of brainless sheep who do whatever Donald Trump said. MAGA is what I say it is, and he's right. Because it's a cult. The problem is, there's millions of these people. And the internet has made it worse. They have a brainwash machine that these people are hooked into. And it tells them what to think and say every single day. But for some reason, it doesn't teach them how to spell or speak English. Oh, I know, Cushing, it's a rumor everywhere, you know. But so is the earth being flat and other fucking things that aren't true. Just because it's a rumor everywhere doesn't mean it's true. And I didn't think you were insulting me at all. I didn't think that. You're more than welcome to participate in the discussion. Everyone is. Yeah, I said I even let an actual Nazi participate in this discussion because, like I said, I'm not here trying to create some left-wing circle jerk. I really like to talk about what's going on in this world and how we're going to solve these fucking problems. But people like Jimmy, they ain't got nothing to say. Except, Trump is the greatest, he's kicking the world's ass, and, but they don't have any real ideas or plans about what they're going to do beyond just flexing off. Thank you, Cushing. I appreciate that. You're going to make my girlfriend mad. I said we're going to the theater tonight. It's going to be fun. Again, I wish that he would. You want to come here now? If I were you, I'd wait at least 3 years before I came here. You end up in ICE custody. That's another thing. People are dying left and right in ICE custody, and nobody seems to care about that either because it's all buried underneath this fucking war. The war has managed, I will give him this, the war has managed to wipe all of his other problems and put them to the back burner, right? No one's talking about the Epstein files anymore. No one's talking about the ICE killing people in the streets. No one's talking about them violating your constitutional rights. Nobody's talking about any of that. Because now it's all about this war that he has no plan to get out of. What's that, Cushing? Go ahead. Tell me something funny. Like I said the other day, if you live in another country, I apologize. I am not responsible for this, but the problem is, this whole thing is, if you don't think that you have mega people in your country, you're not paying any attention. Yes, you can. I saw it too. For a while back, I was like, should I knock that off of there? No one will see it, then here you come with your perception, right? Jim Young says, see, this is how stupid these people are. Jim Young says, get a grip. Mr. Trump is bringing freedom to Iran one Tomahawk missile at a time. Missile misspelled. Again, because he's an idiot. It would be nice if you could spell the things that you're saying. What does that mean, Cushing? Your time is coming. What does that mean? America's falling. That's true. People like Jimmy are riding it down like Slim Pickens in Dr. Strangelove. Woo! just riding this country right into the shitter. And they don't even see it. They don't even know. They think they're winning something. So who's freeing Iran now? Please, Jimmy, tell us. What's his plan to free the Iranian people? You really think to just shoot missiles at that's going to bring freedom to them? If so, why is the regime still there? How are you going to get out of this war? Everybody that they put in charge, they just kill. Who are you going to negotiate with? You keep killing all the people. You know the situation inside of Iran, sir? I know that you don't, because you can't even spell fucking simple words. But the real thing is that the Islamic regime in Iran has 1 million people in the army. 1 million. They have all the guns. There are no guns. It's not like America where everybody has a gun at their fucking house. Cushing, namaste. Yes, namaste. Yes, Ken, concepts of a plan. Problem is, he has concepts of like 100 plans. Dinesh from India. What? Do you have a lot of Indians watching today? People, and thank you guys for watching. What time is it in India, Dinesh? By the way, Today, I usually start the show at 6, but U.S. But today I started at 5 because I said me and Laura are going to the theater. But what time is it in India, Dinesh? I have people now watching from all over the world. I have people watching in England and people. The other day, a guy was on from Finland. Today, it's a bunch of people from India. I'm glad for that. Like I said, if you want to know what's going on in this country, you can tune in here 3 times a week, and I'll tell you what's happening. If you haven't seen for yourself, it's a shit show. It's like with with people. Look at him. He's like, so you're a program. I didn't say that. From all around the world, it says Trump 2028. Nope, it's not gonna happen, bro. He's gonna be like 90 years old by then. You're gonna put him in one of them Baron Harkonnen floating suits where he can just float around. Let's say. He just floats around and insults people. He'll be dead by then, Jim. The fact that that's all you can think of, because like I said, you have your head so far up this man's ass that that's all you can think of is him. Trump this, Trump that. Where did you get, Jim Young, that I was pro-gun? What does that mean? I just told you the truth is there's a 1,000,000-man army in Iran. They have all the guns. The people don't have any guns. So you explain to me how they're going to overthrow this regime. Please, tell me. I'd like to hear your fucking genius plan. Please, feel free to type your poorly spelled soliloquy right into the comment thread here and tell me how the unarmed Iranian people are going to overthrow this regime. Yes, I know you do. Because we already been through this. Because you're a bunch of brainless fucking sheep. You worship him because you're an asshole. And he's an asshole. And he makes you feel good for being an asshole. I will say this. It's very rare when complete soulless pricks have role models. It's like, I don't watch any of that. You're the one who's never read a fucking book. You're the one who can't tell me what happened in Iran before 1979. So please, tell me. Yes, exactly, John. The fact that you call yourselves Christians and you worship this man that cheated on every wife you ever had is questionable. Could be a pedophile. At least his best friend was a pedophile. You know what's scary from all around the world is that I believe that you probably believe that. Jesus sure has changed, hasn't he? He didn't say that he was going to come back as a crotchety old fucking racist prick. Hateful son of a bitch. See, here we go. Now we get down to the point. From all around the world, it says the world belongs to white peoples, right? Right, because you're so much better than everybody else. Like I said, but like Jimmy can't fucking spell. No, from all around the world, it says America and Israel first. No, it's America and Israel all alone. Yes, reckless lover, Trump should be in prison. I've said that since the day he started running for office. I was the #1 passenger on the fuck Trump train. I campaigned so hard to try to stop him in 2016. And then once he got elected, I trolled so hard that I got banned for life from Facebook for it. No one hates Donald Trump more than me. What the fuck are you talking about, Jim? See, you don't even know. Like I said, I just fucking read what the man said. Who's about race baiting? You're the ones bringing up the fucking race. Talking about I'm not white enough to be an Aryan. Now you're like, he's not white enough. Like, well, how white you gotta be to qualify? It's like, not that I give a fuck. From all around the world, it says, without Trump, we are weak. You're weak now. Only weak people think that this kind of bullying is strength. You're just assholes, bro. It's that simple. You're just a bunch of dicks. That's it. And Trump makes you feel good for being a dick. And he also enlightens the world as to just how many dicks there are around here. That's like quite a few. Again, what? Jim Young. I'm reading the comments. Can you not read either? Is that the fucking gig? Do you not know how to work your fucking computer that you're on? Can you? Yes, John. Right. We're the strongest country in the world that's lost fucking 10 wars in a row. Hey, wait, we kicked the shit out of Grenada that time. It's like, hey, you really believe that? Can I ask you a question? If that's the truth, then why did God make all the other fucking people? Why didn't he just make white people and stop there? Please tell me. Please explain. Your philosophical genius that you got going on here. You're the one that's fucking sucking his dick, bro. Not me. It's actually impressive that you can type all this shit with his balls in your mouth. It's like, anybody that worships any man is not a strong person. You guys are fucking, like I said, bunch of crybaby bitches. Who being the number one, running the world for all this time, being superior. What's up, Vivek? He's back. Thanks for coming back. Yes, I'm getting ready to get off. I'm gonna have to go. From all over, everyone says other people are trash and low IQ people. Really? Well, I'd like to gather up some of these people, and you can all take a test together, and we'll prove to you just how fucking dumb you really are. Anyone who would say something like that, it's pretty fucking stupid. Listen, if you're new to this show, again, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. You can find me on the social medias, on Blue Sky, Bruce Leonard, Instagram, Bruce Leonard Comedy. You can find me on Facebook as Adam Chancellor, because I've been banned for life, as I previously stated. If you're watching on YouTube, then you already found it. Please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. It helps the algorithm. Whatever, Jim. Again, you can't spell it. Come back when you learn how to spell the things that you're trying to call me. It's easier to take you seriously when you're not, don't seem like you're semi-illiterate. And come back when you can answer a fucking question. That would be nice. I've given you lots of opportunity to speak, and you haven't taken it one time. You know why? Because you ain't got nothing to say. It's really that simple. Yes, white people stole their society from all the other countries, yes. Persia, China, South America, yes, exactly. But see, they don't want to hear that part. Because once again, white people are lazy and unoriginal for the most part. That's why they need false prophets like Trump to tell them that they're great. It's like, kill a bunch of people to make them feel good about themselves. Anyway, like I said, if you're new here, I ain't trying to hide Jimmy. And like I said, please come back. And when you can answer the question. I'll support Israel from all around the world when they stop committing genocide and war crimes. How's that? Can we agree on that? All right. Like I said, if you're new here, Z came back just to fucking get pissy about the numbers. Anyway, here you are again. Okay, so like I said, if you're new here, I'm here Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. And again, if you're somewhere in the world, not in the United States, I apologize for our boorish behaviors and our idiot president. I don't know how this happened, but I'm gonna get out of here. I said me and Laura are gonna go to the theater. So I'm glad you came, Z, to get to go jabbing at the end. And like I said, you can keep making fun of me, but here you are. You keep coming back. I'll be here Tuesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. Till then, thank you. If you're over in the Middle East, please be safe. Watch your back. And regardless of what the man says, I love you all. Thank you so much. Good night.